What's up, everyone? MMAOB Daily Podcast, Sunday, March 9th, 2025. It's 9 p.m. right now, Eastern, which is, 3 a.m. for you, Marcel, over there in Holland?
It's 2 a.m.
2 a.m. There you go. So appreciate you joining us late at night, Marcel. We're going to break down UFC Vegas 104, guys. On paper, probably not one of the better cards of the year. I hope it plays out better than that. I'll say that. But, yeah, I mean, it's not a great card. It's kind of like a lot of, loose ends, I would say, Marcel, right? A lot of unranked guys. And I would say, probably a lot of people that lose here get cut. So, again, we break down every single card. We give you guys our thoughts on all the fights. But, yeah, I mean, just, my honest opinion right off the bat, what would you think? Like a 5 out of 10, this card on paper?
That's even high, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it turned out to be better than I think, though, because my expectations are low. But what's up, Antoine? He's asking about Magomedov. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he probably, do pretty well as a champ. I mean, you don't even have to ask Marcel. Marcel thinks he'll retire as the greatest light heavyweight of all time. So, did Troy dirty with the match over Hughes? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Buffet level cuisine at the Apex. Exactly. All right, guys, let's get into the card. Start with the first fight, work our way up. So we're going to use UFC stats. I do want to mention that Evan Elder versus Markel Medeiros is on the bout order. That fight's off. Evan's already announced that, so we're not going to break that fight down. I would have picked Elder. I think he was the favorite, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, and I think you would have picked Elder too, right?
Yeah.
That fight? Yeah. Is there one meaningful fight in this card? Yeah, I think the main event is decently important in that division. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I guess Waldo and Ryan Spann, because Waldo's ranked. It's funny, he's ranked and he's on the prelims. And then you got SuYoung Yu versus AJ Cunningham on the main card.
The UFC doesn't like ranked heavyweights on the main card. Only unranked heavyweights are on the main card. Yeah.
King Waldo fight weeks is different. Absolutely. All these guys, nothing gave them the main event outside of money. I mean, they got it. It's a big fight for both guys, I think, especially for Vettori after that beatdown with Kenya. But we'll wait for that fight, get into it. All right, start with the first fight, guys. Yuneisy Duben makes her UFC debut here against Carli Judice. Big odds here, Marcel. Duben is a huge underdog in this fight. Although the lines went down, it has gone down. So it opened at minus 650, plus 400, if not mistaken, for Carli. Right now, it's minus 425, Carli Judice, plus 330, Yuneisy Duben. I'll let you start. What do you think?
I think they're fucking lunatic odds, At the same time, yeah. I'm not picking Duben this time, I picked her against. I think I said she had a good chance against Clark, I don't know if I picked her officially.
I don't think you did. She was plus 1,000 or something.
Yeah. But I said she had a good chance in the first round. I think the same thing goes with this with Judice, but I think Judice is overall better, I think Judice wins the decision probably.
These odds are stupid. I mean, they really are. It doesn't really make sense. Judice is 0-2 in the UFC. She's an okay fighter. She has pretty good volume striking. Doesn't really have much power. Her grappling's not great. Sorry?
0-1.
0-1. Sorry, I was talking with. No, yeah, sorry. Contenders, she lost but got signed. My bad. That's not a UFC fight technically. Although it was a good fight. I mean, she's had two good fights. The fight with Ernesto was fun. The fight with Gabriel Fernandez, it doesn't look as bad. Now, I did pick her in that fight as an underdog, if I'm not mistaken, but she lost a close decision. She's decent. Again, I like the girl, but I don't think these odds make much sense. And especially the opening odds, way too high.
Yeah.
Duben is undefeated. She's pretty. They're both young girls, obviously. She's actually she's a little bit older, but she's undefeated. We heard her backstory. She was going through all this abuse and stuff with her coaches. She got a new camp. She comes in the Contenders plus 1,000 underdog and gets the biggest upset of all time in Contender. It was amazing, that knockout. I think all of her wins are by stoppage, right? She's got some power. Now, the girls she fought before UFC are not good at all, but she destroyed them all. So, a lot of people have a problem with the matchmaking, but, I mean, she's taking the fights she can take. She took a couple years off, came back, and looked great since she's returned. Now she's training. She trains at Pittsburgh for jiu-jitsu and everything, but she's also training over there in Denver with, Rose and Miranda Maverick, all those girls at that super camp, Marshall, the women fighters, which I love. I'm taking a shot on the underdog. Hit the button for me. I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm taking a shot on her, man. I think the odds are crazy. And I think this girl has a good chance to win. I think she can win. And, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, she can't get the first round finish and then just gets pieced apart after that. It's possible for sure. With Judice has good cardio and good volume striking. But I think Duben can put damage on her, dude. I really do. Judice very hittable. You look at, again, 2 fights in the UFC. She's been getting hit with 119 strikes in the last fight and 184 in the fight before that. And that's a lot of damage. So, yeah, I mean, I think Duben can catch her. I really do. I'll take a shot on Duben. I think a small play on her as a big underdog. Occasionally, underdogs do win in the UFC, especially in the women's divisions.
Check the last comment.
Yeah, I will. Let's see here. This one?
No, the last one from Lacey.
You guys are funny. Yeah. She's a big fan of Tapology, really? Yeah, the odds are surprising to me, so I don't know. Do you guys think a fluke like when Duben was underdog? There are flukes. What was the fluke we were talking about the other day, Marcel?
Alexander Hernandez, Benil Dariush.
There's that one, but what was the other one? There was another fluke fight. Oh, I really still think the King Green and Grant Dawson, if they fight 100 times, I think Green wins like one time out of 100. I think he just caught him with a good punch, but yeah, I mean, like, to me, like, Dawson's the better fighter. Anyways, yeah, I mean, like, Shannon Clark, I don't think she's great, so, I know she won her last fight, though. Like, and to be fair, Marcel, like, that actually makes the Duben win look even better, although I think it was a split decision in LFA, right? But it was still a good win over our boy Zach's girl. Was her name Shan Bowers, right? Is that the girl beat? Yeah, I mean, that's not a terrible win, so Zach doesn't like her. Listen, Zach, in hindsight, yeah, maybe that wasn't, the odds were crazy for that. But, Marcel, I'll tell you, man, when Duben knocked her out, that was one of the ones that I jumped out of my chair. I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, that's one of those holy fucking shit moments because I never expected it. And then, she's talking to Day with that little pig beside her, Marcel. So, didn't expect it from that girl. But, yeah, I'm going to pick her here. No way to know what Duben will look like. But the issue with, True got good number. True bet him better at the opening odds. The line's gone down a bit. People are taking a shot in this girl. I think it's worth a shot.
I understand it.
Yeah, like as a big underdog, Marcel, again, a few times a year they come through. I don't usually pick them, but I'll take a shot in this case. So let's go. Let's go to the next fight, guys. Josiane Nunes, right? That's the next one against Cachoeira. Yeah, I mean, this fight, loser gets cut, I would imagine. Josiane minus 198, Priscila plus 164. I'm not picking Priscila to win a UFC fight. I can't do it. Even though Josiane's like, what is she, like 5 foot tall? Like, she's so short. And she should not be fighting this division. We've said that for a while. 5'2". So Priscilla's got 5 inches of height on her, but Priscilla's so hittable. Priscilla's got a little bit of knockout power. I'll give her that for sure. But Josiane, has not been knocked out yet in the UFC. She's got a pretty good chin. She's always there for the fight. And, like, honestly, I think she gave Cavalcante a decent fight in her last fight. Like, somewhat competitive. Lost a split, but somewhat competitive. She's not great, but I think she's better than Priscila. I'll take her to win a decision. I think Priscila will probably tough it out, but I'm definitely taking Josiane Nunes. What do you think?
Yeah, I expect this to be a striking battle, and Nunes is compared to Priscila a midget, so I think Cachoeira is able to win here. If it's not a decision, she even maybe gets a finish, but I think it will be a decision for Cachoeira. But this is like fucking low-level ass fight, They should have opened this one on the prelims so we could skip it.
You guys are so funny with your comments about the little people. I'm not even going to say them. You guys are so mean. Zach's comment. Why do people like Priscilla get long leash? I don't know. The UFC likes her. She's only lost 2 straight fights, though, to be fair. She's 4-6 in the UFC. The problem is she's missed weight a couple times, right? Hasn't she, Marcel? Priscilla?
Yeah, 2 times, I think.
Yeah. Loser gets cut from this one, would you say?
Yeah, probably. Very low.
Actually, is Nunes ranked still? Is she still ranked?
I don't think she is. She lost to Cavalcanti, right? So that their ranking got.
Jacqueline, she's good though, right? I think. Anyways, I don't think that's a bad loss like Cavalcanti. Chelsea Chandler lost. That's not a good one, I don't think. But all right. Oh yeah. Oldest fighter UFC young contender. I mean, what would it be, like Greg Hardy maybe? Austin Lane? Something like that, right? Austin Lane was like mid-30s, wasn't he?
And the La Framboise girl, how old she was?
Mid-30s, yeah. That's a good show too.
Oh, the girl with who only fought once in the UFC at 145. She was 1-0.
Oh yeah, she's like 40. Danielle Wolf.
Yeah, Danielle Wolf. Yeah.
What happened to her, by the way? Like, she just retired or something?
Yeah, she got cut after one fight.
She shouldn't have been signed, to be honest. That fight was really bad. I remember that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, everyone's talking about Priscilla being a dirty fighter. You can't really deny that, right, Marcel?
No, it is. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. So anyways, you're going to take a dog shot. So go ahead. Sorry?
It's actually Knox who said it, but it's true.
My bad. But yeah, I think of these first 2 fights, you'll probably see a dog winning, maybe both, maybe very possible, both the underdog win. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We got, all right, I'm going to do it, Marcel. Andre Lima against Daniel Barez, right? Is that how you say it? Do it.
Daniel Barez.
Barez. There we go.
Barez.
That's how Michael Bisping's on the. Is he on the commentary?
Yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope not.
He's going to be so annoying about it. Anyways, Lima's the favorite. Minus 305. Minus 245. Or sorry, plus 245 is the dog. Yeah, I'm taking Lima for sure. Cleaner striker, in my opinion. More potential. Way younger, 11 years younger. Looked great in the UFC so far, 3-0. He's the guy that got bit. Remember that? That was crazy. Yeah, I mean, he's looked good. Like, I think he got lucky against Victor Altamirano. That was a close fight. Really could have gone either way. They cut Victor after that. I think that could have gone either way. Not super impressive. I think he's a decent fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's decent, but to me, Lima is like way more potential. Like, I like Lima, and I think he'll be a top 15 guy at some point soon. Flyweight's good, man. I'm telling you, there's some good young fighters in this division, and this guy's one of them. So I'm definitely taking Lima. I think he wins the decision. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I like Lima also. I like his teammate even more. But yeah, Lima is good, man. I think he's a really decent guy. He's a fun prospect in the division, I think. And looking forward, I think he get the win. Decision, I would say.
Yeah. We have the same pick. And Barez is 36 true. So same age as me, 1988. He's actually two months younger than me. So there you go. Fight of the night. Yes, absolutely. I think Lima's flying under there. He's good. He's good, man. I think he's a really good young fighter.
God, we got Bisping. It's Fitzgerald, Cruz, and Bisping.
Oh, okay. We got to do a drinking game. Take a shot every time he says Daniel. He's definitely going to say it like 100 times. He did the last card. It was it UFC Paris, I think, right? Was that the card? Yeah, Victor.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Boy, that was annoying. Anyways, let's move on to the next one here, guys. We have a bantamweight bout here between a guy that I'm pretty fucking high on, Josias Musasa, taking on Carlos Vera here. And I'll tell you, man, Musasa, by the way, his nickname, I think it's one of the best nicknames in MMA, the KO Wizard. It's fucking amazing. Do you like that nickname?
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. So
didn't they say like in his country they chant for it, like they get the knockouts and stuff? Like, weren't they talking about that? I think they all gather around and like they chant for this guy to knock people out. Like it's amazing. Anyways, I like this kid. He's from Democratic Republic of Congo, and I think he was on that same card with the Goat guy got signed, right? They're in the same card, right? Wasn't it? I think
with who?
Atiba Gauthier or whatever, that guy.
I don't know if he was at the same card.
Okay, sure. But I think they were trying to get these African prospects to do a UFC Africa card, and for some reason it seems like it's been delayed again. But dude, by the way, the odds I should say, he's minus 625 and Carlos Vera's plus 455. So when this fight got announced, me and True were talking about in the Discord. I'm like, this guy's going to be a huge favorite, and he's even bigger than I thought. I was hoping we get like minus 300. He's minus 650. So I think he wins, dude. Carlos Vera is a decent grappler, but he's also much older. He's 37. Musasa is 26. He's fucking young. All his wins are pretty impressive. Listen, that fight on Contender, not the most impressive win. I'll say that against the Atari Tanzalovi guy, that Georgian guy, Marcel. But you know, that guy had like a weird style that's like hard to like fight against, kind of. And I think this kid just got good potential. So I'm hoping he can show the KO Wizard again and get the knockout win. I don't know because Vera's pretty tough. The fight goes to the ground, gets interesting because Vera's very good in the ground. But you know, man, with the age and everything, like I think there's a good chance he knocks him out, especially in that small cage. So we saw all the way. I like this guy. What do you think, man?
I think this is a really hard fight to pick, to be honest.
There you go.
I don't
plus
understand
450, dude. So there you go.
I don't understand why these odds are so high, man. Because
take the dog then. Do it. Hit the button. Go.
I think this is a close fight. I think a lot of people are on Musasa because he's like probably the younger and the more talented guy. But Vera's not bad, man. I don't think he did bad in his debut, actually. You know.
Went 3 rounds with Nakamura,
Yeah, I think he can win the decision here, man. I'm going with Vera. I'm doing it, you know.
He's never been knocked out. I mean, that's something to keep in mind. He has a lot more experience. I think, you know what? Like, honestly, they are giving him like a kind of tough fight in his debut, in my opinion. But I think he wins, dude. I like this kid. I think he's seriously talented. So Definitely
likes you
taking
too.
him. Yeah, hope so. 3 rounds were injured. Vera, I think he's talking about Mufasa from what's it called?
Lion King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch Bear Weasel win. Josias Gegard Musasa. That's so good. No, I like this kid. I think he's good, and they got to do a UFC Africa card. This is crazy to me. Like, it's 2025 and they haven't done one yet. Don't you think it's nuts? It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Go do the Africa card. They had Francis. They got Usman. They got freaking DDP. He's gonna headline the card hopefully. All right, go to the next fight here. We got, and I think Marcel, you said this was on the main card and they moved it back to the prelims, right?
So now, I'm having like a script, UFC scripts. We get that with Eurosport. So at the sheet they have this fight on the prelims,
Yeah.
but on the script they have this fight on the main card, and they have SuYoung Yu and AJ Cunningham. They have that one as the featured prelim,
Right.
And on the card they have it on the main card. So I don't know,
Right.
you know. It's like,
well,
I don't know.
Fair enough. I'm using UFC stats to be fair.
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
Run by them, but yeah, Diyar Nurgozhay against Brendson Ribeiro, and the odds for this one have Nurgozhay minus 305, Ribeiro plus 245. Yeah, I'm definitely taking Nurgozhay. I mean, he's a legit prospect, big power, undefeated, looked really good at contender. You know, Brendson Ribeiro has some power too, and you know he's kind of beaten the odds so far in the UFC. He's 1-2, but I mean, you know, he wasn't really expected to win any fights. And then obviously the contender fight against Bruno Lopez, massive underdog, and won that fight by knockout. So as our friend True likes to say, he has a chance to weasel his way to maybe a shitty like split decision here, Marcel, I think. But I'm pretty sure Nurgozhay, you know, deserves to be the favorite here and probably gets the win by knockout, so I'll take him. But again, you know, I'll say this, like there's a lot of like young prospects undefeated on this card that have big odds. And a lot of them have lost this year, so you'll probably see a couple of them lose on this card, and it wouldn't completely shock me if maybe this is one of them. But yeah, I'm going to take Nurgozhay probably by knockout. What do you think?
It's like I haven't been impressed by Brendson Ribeiro at all in the UFC. You know, he got 2 losses, 1 win, and that win was also like kind of close fight against Caio Machado.
Yep.
If you look at Diyar Nurgozhay, I think he had like in the contender series. I don't think it was a great fight, man. To be honest, in the contender series for Nurgozhay, but he had a great finish, you know, and he got signed. Good for him. Yeah, I'm picking Nurgozhay. I also think he finishes Ribeiro. To be honest, so yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Same pick for this one. All right.
Yeah.
Fumi Nakuda. Yeah, that's Zach's guy. So you'd have to ask Zach. Zach talks about him like crazy. Kyle, the Great Canadian Hope, Kyle Bigfoot Machado. Yeah, he beat him by split, and then they cut him. It's funny because they beat him and they cut that guy, and then the other guy was that Magomed Gadjisulov. They cut him too, and even though he beat this guy, so yeah, I mean, I think there's a few fights in this card. Loser gets cut. I think if Ribeiro if he loses, he probably gets cut. I would imagine. So let's go to the next fight here, Marcel. We got the ladies here as women's strawweight. Stephanie Luciano and Sam Hughes go at it. Odds for this one: Luciano minus 258, Hughes plus 210. Well, I mean, this is an interesting fight, right? Because I like Luciano, man. I think she's a good young prospect. Rondinha, she looked, I think, really good against Talita Alencar in that rematch. They had that draw and contender, and then she just dominated in the rematch. But here's the thing, like Sam Hughes, Marcel, how many times have we picked against her on this card? Or even, actually, you've picked her a few times as an underdog, and she's won a bunch of times. Her record in the UFC is 4-5, but I think she's been the underdog, I'm pretty sure, in every fight. So she's come through a few times as dog, including his Victoria Dudukova in the last fight. Beat Jacqueline and Marine, our girl, as a dog. So she's tough, man. She's tough, and she's going to give this girl a good fight. It just really comes down to, can she get takedowns? I think she'll struggle. I think Luciano, for what I've seen, very good takedown defense, and she keeps it up right. I'm pretty sure she's the better striker, and she has good cardio too. So I like this fight for Luciano. I think she gets the job done. But I wouldn't be surprised if Hughes weaseled her way, as True says, to a split. But yeah, I'm going Luciano. What are you picking, Marcel?
Sam Hughes is a typical girl who is like always the underdog when she gets in the fight. Like, I think she's never been a favorite in a UFC fight. She surprises sometimes because she has good cardio, you know. And she's tough. The thing is, like, Rondinha did really good in the fight against Alencar last time. You know, it was a rematch for her. She looked good. I think she's younger. I think she has more to gain here, you know. I'm taking Stephanie Luciano. I don't think she finishes Sam Hughes, but decision win for her. Yeah.
Sam Hughes has been an underdog in all of the UFC fights. Just double checked.
Yeah,
So,
crazy,
never
man.
been a favorite. Yeah, I mean, people just don't think she's great, but
it was kind of 50-50 on the Elise Reed. I wasn't sure, but
yeah, no, it was close. That was the close odds, that one. So, all right, finally, guys, last prelim here. We got Waldo Cortes-Acosta taking on Ryan Spann at heavyweight. So Ryan Spann moving up to heavyweight. So it's crazy about Spann. Like I've talked about this before. Like I've seen this guy in person. He's so big, dude. And I am a big person too. He's even towers over me. And he used to fight at middleweight, which is crazy, and then went to light heavyweight, obviously. Now he's at heavyweight. So on to this one. Waldo is the favorite. Waldo Cortes-Acosta is minus 166. Ryan Spann plus 140. I'm going to take Waldo here, Marcel. I'll just say that right now. I'll take Waldo, more proven in this division. And he's a good fighter. And he's 5-1 in the UFC. He's solid, good boxing, good cardio. But again, Ryan Spann, a lot of experience in the UFC, a lot of finishing ability. He's got a better ground game. If he gets the fight to the ground, he has a really good chance to submit this guy. But again, I'm just not sure at heavyweight what he's going to look like. I don't know how good his chin is. It's never been that great, especially at heavyweight. I'm not sure. So he's definitely got the potential to bark as a dog here, but I got to go with Waldo. I'll take Waldo to win the decision. What are you thinking?
Yeah, man, I see Octagon updates is going with Spann, so I'm probably also going with Waldo. Just kidding, man. I'm also picking Waldo in this fight for the simple reason that I think that Waldo is getting things together at heavyweight. His only really bad fight was against Marcos Rogério de Lima, where he got taken down. The thing is, I don't think Ryan Spann really necessarily is going to use his ground game in this one. Maybe he does, and then
that'd be the smart thing to do, right?
But I mean, Ryan Spann is a fun fighter, but I never thought that he was the most smart guy in the cage or everything,
Nope.
And that's no disrespect, but that's how I feel. Waldo by decision, I think, is going to happen, but this is a close. I think it can be a close fight. To answer Antoine's fight, I think if Ryan wins impressively, yes, for sure, he gets a ranked opponent.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Waldo is ranked, right? So
yeah,
he'll get a rank. This division's not very good. Let's just be honest. But Waldo's 5-1, so he's not
for us.
And then what was the guy's name? Lima got caught for steroids, didn't he? He just got suspended.
Yeah, it's a year suspended. Yeah.
So,
look at Zach's comment.
Where? Oh, this one. Yeah. There you go. I think he's. There's a few dogs in this card. I mean, Ryan Spann, he's definitely got a chance to win.
I agree with True.
Yeah. Sorry, we saw that comment. Where's Waldo? Is at a warehouse in the desert being up Spann. There you go. This guy's always got funny comments.
Did you ever saw that video clip from the dude who bought that book from the store from Where's Waldo? And then he photoshopped every Waldo out of that book, and then he put it back in the store.
That's fucking funny. No, I haven't seen it, but that's funny. By the way, True, so you're joking, but I actually think that there's 30 heavyweights in the UFC and 15 are ranked. So you literally have a coin flip chance of being ranked, Marcel, if you're a heavyweight. So,
yeah.
Get back in the gym, Marcel. You might sign the UFC soon, man. Get the heavyweight division. All right, let's go to the main card here, guys. Fucking bizarre bout order here for this card. And this main card opener just is very odd to me. AJ Cunningham is dropping to bantamweight. He's taking on SuYoung Yu, who is, I guess, is this technically his UFC debut because that fight in China doesn't count? Or
Yeah,
I still count those UFC fights. But anyways, yeah, I mean, the guy obviously had that, pretty clean win, I would say, in that China card, that epic China card, which was amazing. That card was so good. One of my favorite cards of all time. This guy's minus 700 against Cunningham. I mean, I feel like the line probably couldn't be long enough, to be honest. Cunningham is, I like the kid. He's obviously dealt with some personal, issues, but
real bad issues.
Yeah, he shouldn't be in the UFC though, Marcel. Let's be honest. And the only hope is that he doesn't get brutally knocked out like he did against Steve Wynn on Contender and Ludovic Kleiner in his debut in the UFC. I'm taking you. No one, Marcel.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's mostly a decision guy, but maybe he knocks him out. So he's gonna win, right?
Yeah, I'm really thankful that you're taking me, but
taking you by decision.
yeah. I mean that's a tough pick. Fight is at 135, so this debut was at 155 for Cunningham, right? Against Ludovic Klein on short notice.
Yeah.
135. By the way, it still says featherweight on topology, but I already said that
bantamweight on
it's 135. SuYoung Yu, I mean he looked decent against that Burgang Judice guy in Macau last time. He won the road to UFC tournament. He's like he's a grappler, pretty much. I think his nickname is also Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah. Yeah, we're taking you here, so you're welcome, Adam. I'm also taking you. Probably by decision.
Maybe he submits him.
Yeah, or
Maybe.
submission, one of the two.
Or ground and pound.
Yeah.
I think I'd be surprised if AJ Cunningham won this fight, guys. I really would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're actually cousins though. AJ Cunningham and Bryce Mitchell, right?
Yeah, they are.
They're actually legit cousins. So, yeah. I mean, hopefully he doesn't have the same thoughts about the flat Earth and about Hitler. Probably not. He's actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is the guy that was drinking like gasoline or something. It hurt his voice, right? It's really sad, actually, if you read about his story. I think, was it Nolan King interviewed him a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just checking his record.
He was like in a family where his dad was from the Aryan Brotherhood, right? And they got steroids when they were younger.
Yes, yeah, it's a really sad story. So he's been knocked out twice. He's never been submitted, but I mean, there's definitely a chance. Oh, as an amateur, he's been submitted. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because again, he's a guy I like as a person, but as a fighter, I don't think he's UFC ready, man. UFC caliber. Yeah, AJ's got a crazy story. Go look at Nolan King, MMA Junkie. He did a story like 2 or 3 years ago on him. It's crazy. What if he fought Song and we went up with Dong on you? Oh God, you guys are crazy, man. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We'll get out of here.
They have my kind of humor.
You guys are all crazy. You're gonna get canceled. All right, I'm going to the next fight here. We got Damon Blackshear, the monster, taking on Cody Gibson. Also, this one, Monster is a big favorite. Minus 470, Gibson plus 360. Another fight where like the odds seem high. Don't they seem really high in this one?
I would say it's more of a pick 'em to me, to be honest.
These odds are really high. Like, because Cody Gibson has looked really good since coming back to the UFC, guys. Like he had that war with Katona. He had a somewhat competitive fight with Miles Johns, who's decent, and then looked great against Keller. Looked great against Hellinger. He's got a ton of experience. He's been around the block. He's a solid fighter, but Blackshear again, the twister and everything, and then he looked great against Cody Stamann. But he's lost. It's not like he hasn't lost. I'm taking Blackshear. I'll take him to win a decision here. I think this fight's gonna be a lot closer than the odds think. The odds say, I should say. Yeah, he's almost minus 500. That's a little high to me, man. Blackshear decision. I think Gibson's got an outside chance to pull it off too. What do you think?
What did you pick?
I'll take Blackshear by decision.
Okay. I think it's a difficult fight. I think it can go either way, to be really honest, man. That's why I'm really shocked by the. How do you say that? By the
minus
odds.
470. It really
seems
high.
Crazy to me. Yeah. I'm also on Blackshear, by the way, in this one. Although I understand if somebody's going for the dog here, because I think it will be a really close fight. I'm going by decision, but
the more I think about this card is one of these ones where you got to kind of avoid the landmines, as I like to say. And this is one where like wouldn't completely shock me if the dog pulled it off. So you guys are picking Blackshear. I'm taking him too, guys, but Cody Gibson's solid, man. He's a good fighter. If Blackshear's been caught, he's been stopped. By the way, Alex, you did it, Marcel. You got what you wanted. Big Angus, the champ. Vomit. Oh, there you go. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. Just whizzing through this card. We got Alexander Hernandez taking on Kurt Holloway, and Cole Sheldon was joined us his last podcast as co-host. He interviewed Kurt Holloway for BJ Penn, so check that out. Wanted to give him a shout out, give him some love for the interview. Also, this one, Alexander Hernandez is the favorite here. Alex is minus 185, Kurt Holloway plus 154. Competitive fight, I think. Two veterans, two guys that have been around a long time. Kurt's obviously, had a couple chances in the UFC now, and he's made good on this one. He's looked a lot better since he's come back, 2-1, won the Ultimate Fighter. And then Alexander Hernandez coming off a decent win over Austin Hubbard. Weird split decision. Clearly won that fight. Obviously been around a long time. I think he's, better at lightweight, so I'm glad he's back in this division. Yeah. I think it'll be a close fight. I think it'll be competitive, but I think Hernandez is probably the better overall fighter, better striking, and could probably keep it standing. If it's on the ground, Hall, but definitely, be the better fighter in my opinion. But on the feet, Hernandez is to me the better striker. I got to go with Hernandez. I didn't know Kurt Holloway's nickname was the Hurt, so there you go. I'm going to take the grade A over the Hurt by decision. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm also taking Hernandez here, man. I feel like at 155, he's competitive here, and he does well.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's also hit and miss with Kurt Holloway and Alexander Hernandez. It's really inconsistency a lot.
They're both inconsistent, man. What do you say?
Yeah. So I'm picking Hernandez here because I think he's the more talented guy, but
yeah.
I don't know. Can go also either way. It's not like I'm not convinced.
There's a few fights in this card, especially the last couple. They're just like, they're a little closer than the odds indicate, in my opinion. But anyways, let's go to the next fight here. We got a fight that I think is kind of a mismatch, personally, Marcel, and I'll get your thoughts on this one. Here we got featherweights SuYoung Yu taking on Kevin. Is it Kevin Vallejos? How do you say it?
Kevin Vallejos.
Vallejos. I got it right. There you go. Minus 520 for Kevin, plus 390 for Choi. So a couple of days ago, I looked at it and I'm like, oh, he's only minus 350. Now it's minus 520. Probably close to like minus 600. I think this guy smokes Choi. Like, to me, this is an absolutely easy fight for him in his debut. I know Choi's been around for a while. He's got a lot of experience, but his chin is not very good, guys, as you guys know. Being knocked out a bunch. Vallejos is, 23? Looked amazing in his last fight. And the fight with John Silva, Marcel, he was the favorite in that fight. And he lost, but in hindsight, it's not a bad loss. It was actually a competitive fight, 29-28. This kid smokes him. I think he wins in the first round by knockout. What do you think?
Completely agree.
Yep. So anything else? Knocks him out?
Completely agree. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy one to pick, I think. That's one of the easiest picks in the card.
That's what they like to call a lock almost,
Yeah. Oh, you just jinxed it. You just fucking jinxed it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We got a fight that I mean, I don't think should be a co-main event any card, but we got Chidi Njokuani taking on Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos, battle of veteran welterweights. To me, this is like a prelim fight. Like, I'm very surprised this is the co-main event. Although, again, this card is kind of weak. I'll be honest. Like, I actually think I would have put Cortes-Acosta and Ryan Spann as the co-main event, personally. I don't know what you would have did.
I wouldn't even have a co-main event on this card, to be honest.
All right. Well,
let's be honest. Is there like a clear-cut co-main event on this card? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm glad you're muted.
My bad. Sorry about that. No, I spit something up. Odds for this one, minus 180 for dos Santos, plus 150 Chidi. Yeah, man. Chidi and Jaquan here. Is that pretty good voice? Is that pretty good? Is that good?
He's trying to steal everything Morgan Freeman has worked for.
Man, I love his voice, though, man. He could read me to sleep. I think he's got one. I know his vocal cords got fucked up from cutting weight.
You would probably jerk off to it as well, you nasty fuck.
Yeah, just like you jerk off to Magomed Ankalaev, like winning a decision over Pereira. You nasty fuck. No, I'm joking. This podcast is so funny. No, but he should be narrator for Disney animated movie. He really should, dude. His voice is awesome. But anyways, I think this fight's close. I do, I'm going to go dos Santos, though, because he's way more proven in this division. Chidi's obviously looked good lately, though. I mean, he won the 2 fights at welterweight, but I'm still not convinced. And durability-wise, I think dos Santos probably has a bit more durability. I think dos Santos, a decision, is kind of an interesting fight, but not a fight that should be like a co-main event. So, slightly dos Santos. What are you thinking, man?
It's getting boring, but I still think the same way. I also picking Zaleski dos Santos. I think he's just a little bit more proven, in my opinion, than Chidi is. Yeah. So I feel the same way, man. I feel the same way.
There we go. So
it fucking sucks, but I feel the same way.
Martel's a few celebratory wanks, more than a few. I'd say probably 10 times. You're probably out of juice, eh, Marcel?
What the hell, dude? What's wrong with you guys?
Wonder if Vettori really confused the Romans. Is that true? Or is he joking?
What?
He said that, I thought this was copyright.
Oh, I think he's joking, man. Probably.
Okay. That was funny. Actually, because the copyright fight was interesting, to be honest with you. All right, so we're good with the co-main event. Last fight. Main event.
Blockbuster.
Fight that should not be... Sorry?
Blockbuster main event.
Yeah, it shouldn't be really a main event. But anyways, the rematch we've been all waiting for between Marvin Vettori and Roman Dolidze. The rematch. Marvin Vettori minus 142, Roman Dolidze plus 120. So I'll say this. I thought Roman won the first fight. I thought it was close. I was thinking about picking Roman here as a dog. He is a small dog. But, I found a little bit more, Marcel. So I'm going to go with Vettori by decision. There's a couple of reasons why. First off, like, he's younger. He's 5 years younger. He took some time off after the fight with Canier, which I think is not a bad thing. He's taking almost 2 years off. Normally, I don't like guys on layoffs, but he took so much damage in that fight that I don't think it's a bad thing he took time off. And he moved to American Top Team, which I love because that gym is amazing. Guys that go there usually win fights. So, I feel like it'll be competitive, but I also feel like Vettori's got better cardio and he's got more tools here. So, actually, I shouldn't say that because I think Dolidze does have the better ground game, but I just don't think he'll get him to the ground. I think he'll stay standing, and on the feet, he's got more tools, more variety. Dolidze's got more power. Dolidze's got better ground game, but I don't think he'll use it. I think he'll stay standing. 5-round fight. Dolidze wins the first round, maybe second round, but I think Vettori pulls away late. So close decision, but Vettori is my lead. What do you think?
We're picking Dolidze here. We're not picking Vettori. Vettori will have success in the first round. Dolidze will take over, and Dolidze will win and probably finish him as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, who's finished Vettori? Anyone? No,
I don't know. But
no.
hey,
Sometimes
has to be a first time, Adam.
Absolutely, for sure. Everyone's got it first time. Yeah, I mean it's possible. Again, I was thinking about picking him, but the more I looked into it, I'm going to pick Vettori. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts in the chat though, because it is kind of an interesting rematch. Just it shouldn't be a main event. What happened to Roman's wife Cheyenne? I don't think they're married, are they?
Yeah, she's pregnant for with the second kid.
Are they married though? Are they actually married?
I'm not sure.
They like hide it. It's weird. Like they don't show pictures of themselves, but the kid is the same kid.
Yeah.
Good for Roman though, because I think Cheyenne is a good looking girl, man. So although I feel bad for JP Bays, he got kind of screwed out of that situation. Yeah, poor guy. With the little reschedule, we could have Marquez and Brundage. That fight was fun. I think she's pregnant again, right? Or so they didn't have the kid. Yeah, did or no?
No, but she's still pregnant. I think.
Well, it gives Roman some more motivation to get the win. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Victoria decision. Finish smart, and Roman's got a chance. Speaking of first times in the van and drive. Oh, come on. Don't even do that, True. All right. So Marcel asked me to do this. He asked me to recap the card at the end. I'm going to do that. So picks wise, Marcel, first fight I took. And here's the problem with this. I just hope people don't just skip to this part and listen to this, but I'm sure some people will, which whatever. They're going to miss all the fun and games we had.
Yeah, just don't put it in the description, the recap,
That won't do it. Good call. Well, it'll be a hack if people listen. All right. I picked Duben. Marcel picked Judice. I picked Nunes. Marcel picked Cachoeira. We both picked Lima. I picked Musasa. Marcel picked Vera. We both picked Nurgozhay. We both picked Luciano. We both picked Cortes-Acosta. Both picked Yu. We both picked Blackshear. We both picked Hernandez. We both picked Vallejos. We both picked Dos Santos. And we both picked – no, sorry. I picked Vettori. Marcel picked Dolidze. So there's like 4 or 5 picks that we had different. But, yeah, it's interesting. I'll answer this question. What will win fight of the night? My guess is they're not going to do a fight of the night. I think we'll see 4 performance bonuses. What do you think about that? There's my prediction.
Yeah.
And I think
if not, I'm going with Cody Gibson against Blackshear.
That's a fun one.
If not.
If I had to pick a fight of the night, Daniel Barez versus Andre Lima. I could see that being a fun striking battle. I could, potentially. But again, Marcel, if it gets buried in the prelims, who's going to watch it, right? It's like if your tree falls in the forest, who sees the tree fall, right? So, All right. No, they'll never stop the Apex, man. They're going to keep doing it. All right. Is there anything else you want to say, or are you good?
Do you want to go through fight announcements?
Yeah, I can go through. I was going to say we should do a couple of these. You don't have a ton, but we'll go through them. Did we do it last week? I think we did, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm not sure, man.
All right, let me pull it up here, guys. Share screen. Big Marcel. There we go. Go through some fight announcements. Give me your thoughts. This fight's official now, or?
Yeah.
Okay, go through it. Talk about it.
Yeah, I like it, man. I think it's a good matchup. I like Jamal Amers. I think he's an underrated guy, although he got finished last time in the Atlantic City against Landwehr. And Gabriel Miranda is a fun fighter to watch as well. He's 1 and 2 in the UFC. Yeah, he needs to win.
And one of the best mustaches in the UFC.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, interesting fight. I like Gabriel, but I mean, I don't know. He's got to win a fight here, 1 and 2. This is for Montreal. Modestas Bukauskas versus Ion Kutalaba. But yeah, fun fight. Quick return for both guys. I'm going to be at that card, guys. I think I announced it last week. I'll be in Montreal. I'm excited for that. And then this fight, Ryan Loder versus Azamat Bekoyev. Yeah, not an easy fight, for Loder, Marcel?
No, definitely not. Also not for Bekoyev. I think this is it's a good matchup, man. You know, Bekoyev had a good debut on short notice against Reese. And, Loder got the Ultimate Fighter win against Robert Valentin. So, yeah.
Agreed. Ray Brown versus Nicholas Dalby. Who broke this fight again, Marcel? Wink, wink. Who
the UFC.
There you go. Yeah. Fun fight. Is this co-main event? Is that true, or is that Order's not?
No. I think the co-main event will be Anthony Smith against Zhang Mingyang.
Oh, okay, right on. It's his retirement fight, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys think Dana can actually see boxing? And I mean, I don't know. I don't care about Antoine, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, I don't hate boxing, but it's not my favorite sport. And like, I'd rather watch the NBA Antoine than those fights. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Dana does. The Pitbull thing was interesting. But Dana said that bout order is not final, right? Didn't he say that yesterday?
I don't know, man.
I think he did say that at the press conference. Someone asked him, and he said, "Yeah, this isn't finalized yet. We can change it still." So it was this fight, Raul versus Vince Morales. That's for Mexico City, right? I think Raul will be a big favorite. Vince has got to win that fight in the UFC. This fight got canceled. I think that's it, man. Maybe this one. Did we talk? We didn't talk about this one actually. Yeah, this is for Montreal. Kind of an odd fight, 1-over.
Yeah, I was like, why?
Hey, Montreal too fucking weird, right? They fly this guy from New Zealand. I mean, Sterling's going to be a big favorite, but man, he didn't look good against Cortes-Acosta at all.
No.
Is there any other ones? We talked about this, so that's it.
Yeah.
That was it.
You should click on. Oh, you should have clicked on the picture.
The Stefan's true, very no.
Yeah. Oh, you already know. Okay, fuck you.
I already saw it. Anyways, all right, guys. I think we're gonna end the show. Appreciate everyone joining us. Marcel, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, fuck you. And I'm just kidding. No, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed Magomed's win on Saturday. And I hope you guys will enjoy the UFC Vegas card this weekend, which is not like a very stacked card, but hey, man, we'll see how it
I'll say this. I guess I'm looking forward to it a little bit more after we talked about it, as often is the case here. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch it. I watch every card, but it's just full of a lot of fights. As True said, a lot of leftovers, as they say. So, all right, guys, have a great weekend. Follow me on Twitter at @Martin. Follow him on Twitter at BigMarcel24. Last question, by the way, is UFC 315 best pay-per-view since 129 or 231? I'd have to think about it, but I mean, a lot of them have been weaker cards. Let's be fair. But yeah, I mean, 129 is one of the best cards of all time. 140 is one of the best cards of all time. 165 was a good card. I'm trying to think of other ones. Maybe the Holloway one was pretty good. Holloway Ortega, that was a pretty good card, I think. But yeah, the last one in Vancouver wasn't great, so it should be better. And the one in Toronto last year sucked, so hopefully it's better. Take care, guys. And Marcel.
9 p.m. prelims and 12 the main card. In the midnight.
Have a good night, everyone. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.